What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an incredible week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So Cancer, this is going to be just like a general energy of the week type of spread. So just whenever you come across this video, this could resonate with you. So it's going to be from the week of just whenever you just happen to catch it. Okay, Cancer? And then just so you all are aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just wonderful energy all around here, Cancer. So Cancer, with this spread, we're just going to be going with the flow. I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards, and then we'll get some tarot cards to clarify, But just so you all know, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then the decks that I'm working with, I'll include links for them down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested there, Cancer. Wow. So Cancer, interesting. So first card, you have the second card of Virgos, which is the coin toss card. And just so you all know, I've been just Cancerian energy all day. I have another channel that's just specifically for you, and I will talk about that a little bit later. But I just did your general energy for that one today. And Cancer, there are 108 cards in this deck. And the coin toss card came out again. So, Cancer. The coin toss card, let me tell you what this is about, right? Let me tell you what this is about. This is a card of choices, either or, be fair, considering pros and cons, fate, equal, two sides to every story, butterfly effect, either way, 50-50 chance, unpredictable, can't decide, and take a chance. And Cancer, keep in mind too, I do like a pre-shuffle prior to this as well, so it's just like, that's fascinating, but I feel like that some of us, we may be at this place right now where maybe we have a decision that needs to be made. It's like where I feel like we're at this place and maybe we're weighing our options. And if we're at this place, weigh your pros and cons. I feel like that's going to be the easiest thing for, if this is like, maybe we're considering like, if we're, I don't know, maybe you got to like that, Cancer, maybe we have a couple people in the mix that we're choosing between, or maybe we're thinking about jobs, or we're thinking whatever it is that we may be thinking about. I feel that it's, consider all sides of this thing, Cancer, but this is interesting, Cancer, because I'm even at this place where if you can't decide, I feel like that you can't, or if you feel like you can't decide, I feel like that you can, Cancer, if that's something that's resonating with you. It's really, when we find ourselves, I feel like in like really kind of tough situations where it's like we got an option, it's either A or B here, there's no middle ground. We just got to trust our intuition, Cancer. Trust your instincts and trust that that's going to, and then after that, kind of, just like where you're talking about fate and unpredictable, it's what's going to happen is going to happen. But after a while, we just make the decisions, and then how that translates out in the universe, we just kind of got to wait and see, Cancer. But Cancer, if you can't decide, then maybe the best option, if neither thing is resonating with you, then maybe your option is to just stay where you're at. Maybe this isn't it may not be the time for you. And don't feel like, Cancer, just thinking with that if you don't make a decision, that there's like you're going to miss out on opportunities. And I don't feel like we miss out on the opportunities that are meant for us. But, just at the end of the day, listen to just what resonates with you, what feels right, and then just kind of let's see what happens, But let's get some tarot on this, because that is really fascinating how that yeah, very, very interesting, Cancer. Wow. Okay. So whatever this is, Cancer, I feel like the decision is you're at. I feel like we're really kind of at, and not that this is like a dangerous situation or anything like that, Cancer, but you're at a precipice here. I feel like we have a decision to make with the World card popping up in reverse, because the World card is the last card on the Major Arcana train, and then we start over as the Fool again. So how are we ending this cycle, Cancer? What is it that you? What choice do you want to make? This is either or. If we got to talk, if you know what, in Cancer, if your intuition is tossing a coin on it, it don't matter. This is something that you got to listen to what speaks to you at the end of the day. But know that even in these decisions right here, know that there is you get the decisions to make. Like, you make the choices, and then whatever, just be. I really do feel like, Cancer, if this is something, again, that just like, if it resonates with you, it's going to be worth it in the long run, and it's going to make sense. But we have to, at some point, I do feel like that the decision for some of you, depending on what this is, a decision needs to be made, and just keep that in mind, Cancer, okay? We can't possibly predict everything, So at some point, we can't let fear of the unknown stop us from moving on to that next chapter, if that's something that might be resonating with you. But let's get some more on this, Cancer. Yeah, that's so fascinating. I'm with that. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, and I see us, Cancer, Queen of Cups. But hold on, let's see what else we got here. Interesting. Okay, so we got Hanged Man, we got Page of... Let's see. Okay, so we got the Hanged Man, and the Judgment card is in reverse, and then we got Page of Cups and Queen of Cups upright here. And, Cancer, just thinking with this... Where do I want to start? Let's start with this Judgment card. If we're having any kind of doubts, Cancer, about where this decision is going to lead us, again, I feel like that with this, just how this combination is, this little Major Arcana combo, it's... The Hanged Man is a card of, when we think about our perspectives, and we're considering our options and things, it's just like the Hanged Man can be a card of, sacrifice. And maybe this is something where these choices that they make, maybe they do come with some kind of sacrifices. Maybe this is like, if we're thinking about a job, maybe we need to change locations. And it's like, if we have a family, what does that mean? Or, if this is like, maybe if we're thinking about, I don't know, Cancer, maybe like like if this is like with a relationship or something, maybe we're thinking about, do I want to get married to this person? Whatever this is looking like. But I will say, Cancer, just with the Hanged Man popping up, I feel like we need to kind of sit with this and figure some stuff out here. Kind of really open our minds up here and figure out, what this next step looks like. And then when you've made these decisions, Cancer, as this cycle progresses, reflect on this stuff. Don't beat yourself up, whatever happens. Even, whatever happens, Cancer, in our journeys. The Queen of Cups, she's the type that she values all of her experiences, because they've made her, she doesn't look back and think, no matter what the decision was, she's not going to look back and regret, because it got her, if anything, it got her enlightenment at the end of the day, and that's a powerful thing in itself, that she's, no matter what happens, Cancer. And so, as long as I feel that this is something where you've trusted your intuition and really just kind of consulted with yourself, keep an open mind, and just think, because really, Cancer, to go from, because it's really, you're right at I feel like if once we make this decision, this is going to, you're right at the finish line here, Cancer. It's so interesting, it's like you're right there. Judgment, you're the last two cards, Judgment and the World. It's just like, like this, there's like, I don't know how to explain it, Cancer. It just feels like that there's like this resistance to move on or to take that next step. So be with that energy for a second. Figure out what's preventing you, what are we apprehensive about, what we can't decide on. And, you know, this could be, you know, to take, you know, might be time to take a chance, Cancer, and see what will unlock here. But, all right, let's get some more Oracle stuff on this. I hope that made sense. It's, yeah, if we're at, yeah, just really, if we're at some kind of crossroads here, you know, I'd really just, yeah, keep an open mind and be, yeah. Yeah, let's get some more Cancer. Interesting. Okay. So we got the 7th card of Tauruses here, which is the Eyeglasses card. And this is a card of assessment. Evaluate your options. We were just talking about perspective, review, analyze, opinion. Where's judgment? Judgment, examine, seeing clearly, the fine print, estimate, closer look, focus, awareness, and check the details. So Cancer, whatever this decision is, I mean, let's do some, this really feels like a, this almost feels like that maybe we're might be over analyzing something, you know, if this, whatever this decision may be. This could be, in Cancer, if this is not something we're going through, then maybe there's something that we're thinking about. This could be something that maybe if we've been feeling like we've been in a rut here as of late and that there hasn't been any sort of like growth, and maybe we've been feeling kind of stuck, then this may be, this coin cost card too could be something where it's like we need to create our own kind of time for like a judgment, you know, like to create our own situation to like transform. And I don't think it has to be anything drastic, Cancer. I just feel like if things have just kind of been like where you've plateaued, it's just been sort of like no kind of growth has been happening. You know, sometimes in order to get, you know, to get to that next level, we have to put ourselves in like calculated risk, you know, I feel like, Cancer, but sometimes we need to take a little bit of a risk, you know, and put ourselves out of our comfort zone in order to gain more experiential wisdom. You know, that's our specialty, you know, going through that, getting that, experiencing that life, Cancer, and we're using these lessons from our past situations to navigate the present, to create our future. But let's get some more on this energy. And this is something, you know, as well, Cancer, if this is something that maybe someone has presented to us, perhaps, you know, just thinking with that coin toss eyeglasses, I feel like that it's a weird one. If you're in a place where you can take some time and examine this thing, you know, if we have any sort of like, especially, you know, Cancer, just thinking that Mercury's going to be going retrograde at the end of the month, or towards like the 21st, depending on when you're watching this, of April. And it'll be retrograding in Taurus. And, you know, that's going to be, might bring up some kind of weird financial stuff. You know, there may be some kind of miscommunications or, you know, misunderstandings. So make sure we're looking over the fine print and stuff. It's a weird balance. I feel like some of us, we need to look over the fine print and some things, check our paperwork and stuff. But for some others, it's like we may be over analyzing some stuff. So, you know, apply this to your situation really as it makes sense. But okay, let's see what we got here, Cancer. All right, we got the Ace of Swords, and then we have the Four of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords is upright, and then Four of Swords and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And so this is so, let's start with this Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles, so interesting. You know, just thinking with the people, again, just because you are starting to rack up some people here, Cancer. If we have again, don't feel like if we're just like if we've had someone presenting us and if they're like you have to make this decision like right now, you know, like this is good. If you feel pressured and you don't feel or if you feel uncomfortable with this, Cancer, then I feel like don't let someone rush you. It's just like, well, hey, if this is like for a job, for example, it's like, well, hey, if you really want my skills that bad, I need at least, you know, however much time that is comfortable for you to weigh your options. You know what I mean, Cancer? But this, again, you know, for some others, I do feel that this is something that it's, you know, if we got opportunities or something that's, you know, if we know that there's something that's, I don't know, that there's just an opportunity for something new here, Cancer, for a new way to grow or something new to learn. I feel like the Ace of Swords is saying, you know, with this Four of Swords, you know, don't sleep on this, Cancer. You know, see where this takes you. It really is a weird kind of game, Cancer. You got to figure out this reading to me it's like this, it's this teetering energy. And this is something that if, you know, just even thinking with this Four of Swords as well, maybe this is something wherever you're at in this, if our heads are just like bouncing all over the place and, you know, we can't seem to, and there's like a lot of stress or something along those lines, Cancers, to make whatever this is, sit down with this for a second, you know, find balance, because I feel like that's where the answers are going to come in and things are going to be more clear, because this is really, it's really a lot of back and forth. There's not a lot of clear things here. And then that's kind of telling me too, just we might really need to just listen to your gut on this thing, Cancer, and see, you know, where that's trying to guide you. Follow this, you know, this knowledge, because who knows where this could lead. But let's see what else. Okay. Interesting. All right. So you got the Three of Wands here, Cancer. And so Cancer, really this, you know, without knowing really knowing the ins and outs of this situation, you know, it's my 2 cents on this 2 cents on this would be, if you feel like it's going to lead you to expansion, if you feel like you're going to just become a more confident Queen of Cups, you know, really, I don't know, if you really feel like that the growth is going to be worth it, you know, Cancer, I feel like, you know, don't doubt your instincts on this. You know, this feels like maybe this is something, again, I'm just thinking with all these people, maybe this is something you've been bouncing a lot about, you know, ideas off a bunch of people, and maybe we're just getting to this place where it's like, no one can tell you what to do in this thing, Cancer. I mean, we can give you like our, you know, we can, but it's just like, is that speaking to you? You know, at the end of the day, this coin toss is yours, you know, and you just we gotta analyze this and review stuff and figure out what is this. So, all right, Cancer, let's get another oracle in the mix. All right, interesting, Cancer. All right, so last card here. So we got a lot of earth energy here, Cancer. Got the 8th card of Taurus here, which is the Beehive. And with the Beehive, this is a card of diligent, persistent, stamina, application, tireless, mindful, hard work, devoted, fruitful, busy, conscientious, energetic, continual, harvest, endurance, effort, patience, and concentration. And so, you know, Cancer, I feel like whatever this thing is that we're getting ready to, whatever this decision is that we're going to get ready to make here, you know, just I almost feel like that the mindfulness one thing is sticking out to me, just in the sense of like, if we've been, because this almost doesn't feel like this has been like a work thing, Cancer, just think with the busy and diligence. This almost feels like if our mind has been feeling kind of like a beehive here, where it's like we've been sort of, because we're not sure where the options are, maybe it's just been feeling like a lot of noise. Maybe there's been a lot of anxiety or maybe tension or something with this whatever pressures is of making this decision. But I really think that, just even thinking with all the earth energy that you have, Cancer, if this has been stressing you out or anything along those lines, I feel like, taking a moment and just finding a way to zen for a second, maybe getting in touch with nature. Just think, because you got Knight of Pentacles is one of Taurus's card, two of Taurus's card, and even Virgo. Virgo's about, thinking about like they deal with like routines, and they're really experts of self-care and all of that but just getting your energies back in balance, Cancer. Just if it's been just like a lot of, maybe you've had like a lot of sleepless nights, just think of this tireless, maybe weighing your options or whatever. I find that if we can just get into this place where we can kind of rest up, remember your four swords is in reverse here. If we can just get to a place of just stillness for a second and calm, really get into the Queen of Cups energy and get yourself in just like a Zen environment, all of the answers, I feel like, this decision would be very clear as far as where to go. And then when this thing happens, I feel like that's when the work will start coming in. And maybe things might be busy, but I feel like it'll be in a way that you'll enjoy, as opposed to just like your energy is just like, just kind of like, just being I hope that makes sense, Cancer. But let's get some tarot on this. Well, here's Virgo. You got the Hermit in reverse here, Cancer. And yeah, Cancer, I feel like it's time for us, it's a weird place. If you're not sure where to go, then I think it's time to search within. It's time to do some hermiting, because like Hermit, Hanged Man, Hermit in reverse, Hanged Man. Yeah, yeah, we got to find a different way to tackle this thing, Cancer. Really got to look within. But again, I'm also kind of getting as well, it's really is this, I'm getting both sides of the coin here, Cancer, where it's like some of us might have been sleeping on this thing for too long, maybe be like kind of over-analyzing this thing or something along those lines, and it may be time to make a decision. Like you got all the knowledge that you need here with this Ace of Swords, and again, apply it to your situation. But yeah, it's because maybe this is something where, for example, if we're thinking about like a promotion, maybe we might be a little hesitant, because with growth, sometimes it does come with more, and not sometimes, it comes with more responsibilities, because that's just the thing of growth. You've refined your skills to a point, and now then it's just like, where else? Where else can we expand here? So don't let that, Cancer, don't let the fear of, that maybe you might have to do a little more work, because here's the thing, when, again, if this is something that is resonating with you, it's not going to feel as arduous as you think it's going to feel, Cancer. And it's going to, I really feel like it'll be something that'll actually fuel you. If anything, someone may have to tell you, Cancer, take a break. You've just been cranking here. You're being so prolific. So again, I know, Cancer, this is like, it's just like we're back and forth here, but that's the energy that's the energy you're bringing me, Cancer. Make a decision so we can get some clarity. And I'm not, you're in a judgment-free zone, Cancer. Don't, and this even with these people, because maybe this is something too. This is not like a person, let's say, like who's pitching this idea. Maybe family or friends or something, or like maybe feel stressed, or like, well, Cancer, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? And it's just like, wait. Patience. Ooh, patience. Just with all this Taurus energy, patience. But let's see what else we got, Cancer. It's put me in a weird place, Cancer, because it's like, what do we say to this thing? You know, it's like we want to be flexible, but we want to be, you know, we want to be persistent. We want to Taurus. So, Cancer, you're still not giving me any answers here, because now we got Virgo and Taurus here. Here's the Hierophant. Making that connection with your higher self, you know, really, that's where the ultimate answer is, Cancer. That's where, because we really don't even need to look outside of here. You know what? Look, you see this big old chalice that the Queen of Cups has here? Her cup is bigger than like all the other like court cards cups. And I feel like that's because she, deep down, she knows where she wants to go, but she has to, you know, some of us, we may have to face this decision here, you know, and be whatever that means, you know. And if this is something where it's like, you know, we may be afraid of like what the outcome is going to be, you know, what if this is going to threaten my security, you know, just thinking with this Taurus energy, you know, Taurus is very much, you know, they're probably the most inert sign of the zodiac, but to be fair, like, you know, I get it. You know, they want security and whatnot, but don't let that, because just when you think about Virgo energy, Virgo's the mutable sign of the earth sign. So they're a little more, they're the most flexible of the earth signs. And that's where I feel like you need to be, Cancer, somewhere in between. You know, we want to take a risk, but we want to be calculated, you know, kind of work with this thing. Find that balance, because that's where I really feel like the answer is going to lie more. You know, I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but that's, I mean, really, that's so... Higher self is doubling down, Cancer, on this decision here, so... Okay, more? Okay. All right, let's see what else we got, Cancer. All right, interesting. So you got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then you got the Fool here, Cancer. So Fool's upright. So, oh, hold up. I dropped your page. So with this Nine of Pentacles, Cancer, I really feel that if this is something, again, you know, that's, for some of you, I feel like, yes, be mindful of your security, but don't be so fixated on that to not want to take a risk, you know, because sometimes with these changes, these, like, you know, these unpredictable situations, you know, the Fool is Uranus energy. And really, with where it's nice in life to have that security, to get that growth, I feel, you know, Cancer, sometimes we have to put ourselves in, we have to take a chance on some things, you know, we gotta push ourselves, you know, and see what ways that we can really bring it, you know, because you know, I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, maybe this is something where some of us, we don't feel that we can do this, you know, that we're able to do this by ourselves. And Cancer, look at all these people here that we've been talking about. This is something that if we, you know, maybe if you've been needing, maybe this is something you might need like an expert or like a teacher on something, Cancer, with whatever this is. Just even think with the Hierophant in reverse. Don't think that you have to do this by yourself, or even think about even doing some kind of studying or some learning along those lines. You know, maybe this is something, look at some courses on YouTube, or maybe check out like, oh, what's this one site? I think it's Udemy. I feel like Udemy has some pretty like reasonably priced like courses and things. But I mean, you really don't even have to pay for stuff, Cancer. There's so much. I mean, the internet is just a cornucopia of information. It's just, you know, we gotta just beehive. We got to put in a little work. We got to get your reading glasses on. Do some studying here, but. You know, Cancer, if it's going to get you in that Empress energy, because the Nine of Pentacles that's pre-Empress energy. So think about that, more. Fascinating. Because you got the Magician here in reverse, Cancer. Anymore. Oh. Okay, we're keeping that. All right. I think we're switching back over here, Cancer. Hold up. Because you got a last little bit here. Magician in reverse, and then you got the Star card upright and the Two of Swords upright. And this Two of Swords has been pretty much this whole reading here, Cancer. We got a decision to make. What do you want to do with the tools that you have right now? What does this look like? What does this mean for your growth? Because look at this. We've gone from the Fool, and now we're at the Magician. You're at this place where it's like, okay, look, Cancer. We started off we started off with the World, and now we're ending off with the Fool here. So it's like, it's some of us, I feel like it's like we've stalled or something along those lines, Cancer. It's like you're trying to work through this thing, but there's something that's not sure, Cancer. But with this Star card here, this for me is a big one for connecting with Source, and really list, because you see this figure here it's the Star card is, you form that connection, and then this figure, she's pouring out the ideas that the Ace of Swords and the epiphanies and all of that they're getting from higher self. She's manifesting that in the real world, taking that earth energy and bringing these dreams to life here. So Cancer, if you got to trust your instincts really. This is going to be just with how these readings that I did today, because I was just like steeped in your energy today, Cancer. We got some decisions that need to be made, and just trust that wherever this leads you, there's going to be growth, and it's just going to be, we'll see, and we may not be able to predict everything, Cancer, but we just got to kind of toss a coin and see where it lands, and we'll figure it out as we go. Figure out what tools we need when that result lands. So, but I just feel like that, yeah. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cancer. So, yeah, I hope that made sense. That was interesting, Cancer. It's just like a lot of oscillating energy right now. So, and I get that. We're in a weird time right now, and just to be mindful too. Again, when I was talking about, I don't know if I had mentioned, Mercury going retrograde at the end of the month in Taurus. It's, it's going to be kind of, that might be a little tricky little time there, just with finances and things. So, really evaluate things, trust your gut, keep your wits about you, Cancer. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Cancer, depending, who knows where because this was something else. I mean, really was just like, do I stay, do I go, who do I, who do we call? So, but I mean, you got a lot of, major arcana stuff going on here too. So I really feel like, higher self is trying to, you really do, Cancer. Higher self is really trying to cook up a lot of stuff here, but we just got to listen, I feel like the big pieces that we're yeah, Cancer, but, did we share? And if you didn't share it again, Cancer. But then subscribe and hit that bell button if you want to get notified when I release videos each week. And then social media, I'm working on some other stuff behind the scenes here, so stay tuned for that, Cancer. But the main one that I am kind of really focusing on right now is this. I'm on this app, Insight Timer, and it's just it's a free meditation app, and I created a group on there called Zodiac's Raising the Vibration. And it's just a little spot to drop little nuggets of wisdom. When you get your Ace of Swords, when we start making these decisions here, and you're getting all wise, Cancer, if you got any nuggets of wisdom or positive affirmations, encouraging messages, whatever, drop them in the group, Cancer. I drop one in there daily. So, if you just need a little pick-me-up, a little mantra or something along those lines to help you kind of navigate through this energy right now, is there for you, Cancer. You got a treasure trove there. But again, that's on the app, the meditation app, Insight Timer, and it's the group is called Zodiac's Raising the Vibration. I'll include that info in the description box below too, Cancer. And then lastly, one great way to check your intuition, Cancer, is checking your chart. See your sun, your moon, your rising, your Mercury, how you think, your Venus, how you love, your Mars, how you get into action. Those are your personal stuff, Cancer. If you just even get that, that gives you a strong foundation to start with. That might even help kind of guide you here. I might have mentioned this just in my personal planets alone. I mean, I got Cancer sun, Gemini moon, and then it's just like Leo for days. So, and I'm not kidding, that's like the rest of it. And it changes the game up. It's like, oh, okay, so like this, it helps you kind of navigate this, like trying different, maybe even have you tried different things that you wouldn't think you would try before Cancer. You know, maybe it's something you thought you wouldn't resonate, and who knows, but Time Passage is a great app for that, you know, or, I mean, I like Time Nomad. Time Nomad's boss. That one's got, if you want to do, like, if you want to know the void of course times and things like that, they have, like, literally everything on there. It's actually really, really fantastic. But all that, oh, I didn't even tell you what we're doing. Come over to my other channel when you're done doing all that chart checking, Cancer. Come on over to my other channel. Oh, wait, you're on Alchemist 8. Cancer, I need to get it together. See, this is what happens when I did your... Cancer. I created a channel for you called The Chariot and Friends. Let's start over because you're on Alchemist 8 right now. And The Chariot and Friends is a place where we talk all things Cancerian. The channels that I was doing earlier, hence this this weirdness that's going down here right now. But it's literally a channel where we discuss lunar shenanigans. We talk about the Queen of Cups, the Chariot, the moon, lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping, Cancer, is down in the description box below. Let me get your surprise card so we can all get out of here. Let's see. Interest. Wow, Cancer. You're gonna leave me on a question mark, Cancer, because you got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse here. And while we're thinking about that, Cancer, you know I'm kidding. But listen, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like asking, you know, is what we're investing in, do we think is it going to be is going to resonate with us in the long run? Is this going to be where we're feeling fulfilled? Is this what you want, Cancer? You know, like this is, yeah, that's really what I'm getting with this Seven of Pentacles. It's just like, if you can't decide, you know what, because you got your Oracle card, you got the cleanse card here. Get in an area where you can cleanse your space, whether that means, you know, maybe going for a walk, maybe that's like showering, maybe that's like lighting some incense, some healing music, meditation music, ambient noise, whatever. But cleanse your energy, or just get out of it. If we've just been wherever we've been, maybe doing a lot of like, where if we've been like in, let's say, if in our safe space, and it's just been a lot of anxiety and back and forth and whatnot, get out of that energy, Cancer. Get outside, you know, because sometimes, you know, even just like going for like a walk around the block, that may help you find that inspiration that you need to take that fool's leap, or whatever that looks like. It might help you make that connection with the Hierophant, whatever. And if we can't even, just thinking with the Hermit card, if we can't get to a place where we can have, like, you know, good solid chunks of time to maybe sit with this thing, maybe just finding little pockets of time, Cancer, you know, make this energy work for you, work around your schedule, but take some time to reflect and figure out what's the next thing looking like here, because it looks like that it always is, Cancer. You know, whatever direction you want to go is within your grasp here. It's just like, where do you want this journey? Where do you see this going? So, whew. All right, Cancer. I think I'm going to leave that there here, because apparently this is what happens. I guess you stay steeped in Cancerian energy all day. But you know, Cancer, I think you're going to get through this thing just fine, and it's going to be. I really feel like it's going to be really abundant, and you're going to learn some new stuff with it, but. All right, Cancer, but you stay safe out there, and you know, raise your vibration, and get your vibration just back to, even if it's because maybe it's just been kind of erratic, just get your vibration back to normal first, Cancer. Get to equilibrium first, and then, you know, because we don't want to be making these decisions from a reactive place. You know, we want to be proactive and think about, well, you know, what's just weighing our pros and cons again. So. But I will catch you on the next one later.